Nation, I am the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, deep behind the enemy lines. This is Raider Reaction. What's up, Raider Nation? It's another beautiful day to be a Raider. Got all kinds of hot football talk, and it is a Monday. So you know what that means. On Monday and Wednesday, we get our resident sports guru to join the Commish. Our man Prime joins Raider Reaction again. The man has been a ring announcer for professional MMA and boxing, PA announcer for professional soccer, play-by-play and color commentary for college basketball, play-by-play for college football. And again, we'll be dropping back deep in the pocket and letting it fly league-wide as it's time for another edition of Goes to the Post with Prime and the Commish. What's up, Prime?
What's going on, Raider Nation? What's going on, Commish?
Oh, it's good to have you back. We missed you Wednesday, so we got a lot of juice to talk about because there's been a lot that's happened league-wide since Wednesday. A lot.
You bet. We've got running backs landing in new places. We've got teams being ranked. We've got quarterback battles.
Oh, there's some real interesting when you start looking around how the landscape of the league is going to shape up. Thank you for sharing, Lori. Thank you for sharing, Assassinating Their Eyes. Share it up, share it up. We love seeing those thumbs, love seeing those hearts. Throw some love up there so we know you're out there, Raider Nation. So, yes, it's been interesting. We've had a week since we've talked last, Prime, so there's got a Ryan, Midwest Raider Nation, Illinois. So, where do you want to start, Prime? Should we start with these running backs? We got 3 old running backs. Old, they're in their early 30s.
Yeah, they're all up in the dirty 30.
Yeah.
We got Marshawn Lynch, of course. Then we have Adrian
Beast
Peterson.
mode.
That's right, beast mode. We got Adrian Peterson.
Going at the Saints. And
I can't even talk about that Denver running back.
Oh, Jamal Charles. Bubblegum and tape. Bubblegum and tape,
right.
Prime. Bubblegum and tape. He's gonna
Paper clips and duct tape. You got it.
I mean, he looks
That's how
good.
those knees are stuck together.
He looks good cutting in training camp in that facility without 300-pound defensive linemen diving at his knees. But, yeah. Football's a contact sport. I don't think that guy's going to make it. Raider Ed! What's up? So, now.
So would you immediately say that Jamal Charles is going to be the less likely running back to have success in his dirty 30s in a new town?
I absolutely think that. I don't think he's, What's up, Christopher? I don't think he's, no, I don't think, four surgeries on his knees, Prime. 4!
Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4
He's only got
surgeries.
2 knees, so do the math.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christopher.
He's tore up from the floor up.
So, yeah, I don't see him making it. I don't see him making
health
it.
being the major concern for Jamal Charles. He's going to have a pretty nice blocking scheme. They do the whole zone blocking thing, but just about everybody does now.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of health. And who's the quarterback in Denver?
Simeon, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so you don't have to defend the pass.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, the only good thing I can say about the Donkeys is that it was a very... Man, hold on a second, Prime. Because I'm looking at the comments here as we're getting started. I think we just got Raider Nation from Alaska to Hawaii up on here.
From Juneau.
From Alaska to Hawaii, because I got an aloha down here. And I'm guessing an aloha's from Hawaii. I'm just guessing. So if that's pretty sweet. That's hitting all the tips right there. We need to get somebody from Maine up on here, and we got all bases covered. We got the middle covered.
Got Tennessee in the house. I was already there waiting for you.
Yeah, all right. See, that's why I was just talking, Randolph, is I need to come up and do a Commish live on tour to go to opening day and go to Tennessee and interview everybody before the game and do something crazy like that and just stream it up for like hours, right up until kickoff. And then go in, watch the game, and then catch it all afterwards. All the reaction afterwards. I think that would just be awesome. But, you know, I am getting ready to have a baby and all, so that might be pipe dreaming. But, okay, back to the running backs. Getting off topic.
Yeah. But still, Adrian Peterson down in New Orleans is a pretty good idea.
You know, but what I'm hearing, though, is that they're saying more that they want Adrian Peterson to complement Mark Ingram instead of the other way around.
Well, they got to say that to appease the resident running back.
Is that just political?
Ingram's been there for a minute. But then again, once the season starts, he's going to have a toe injury.
We got double New Mexico in the house. Man, we're hitting everywhere, Prime. I'm telling you.
All right, worldwide, baby.
Yes, I'm amazed by the Alaska to Hawaii right out of the gate there.
Where's my Euro Raider fans at?
Yeah. Oh, we usually got one. We got a German Raider fan that checks it out. But they're on totally different time zones, so they're usually always liking up the video in the morning. Straight up, got German Raider Nation. They're up in the Florida Raider Nation group, and they came out for the one of the games last year, I believe. So, if you had to pick a running back out of the three, we got three old, in their 30 running backs, all at new zip codes. You got Beast Mode, you got Jamal Charles, you got Adrian Peterson. Who do you think is going to be the most successful this year?
All right. Well,
Chuck thinks they might cut Ingram. That's craziness.
When you look at the last full season of each of these running backs, that's where you see the difference. I'm sorry. Adrian Peterson has been a man amongst boys for a good long time. His last healthy season, he had over, 1,400 yards.
Yes.
Almost 1,500 yards. Meanwhile, Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, his last healthy season, 2014, the man only had 1,300 yards.
True. Sup, Amber? Sup, Stephanie? Lynch. I agree.
I mean, Adrian Peterson is obviously the more prolific runner. He's got a higher top end, maybe.
Chuck's hit the comment on the head, though, I think. It's the offensive line that Beast Mode is going to get a run behind.
Yeah, that offensive line is something, but I tell you what, Drew Brees commands a lot of respect.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to play action with Drew Brees and Adrian Peterson,
you know, that's true.
It's going to be open all day, and you don't even have to block.
You got a point there, because they're a pass-happy
team,
team,
can't go play action without
he's
blocking.
never had a quarterback that's been solid. He's always had to carry the team. So to have somebody else that carries the team and he's got to come in as a compliment, could be interesting. I think Peterson's probably going to have a good year. I think he's going to have an okay year. But I think Beast Mode is going to have a more impactful year. I don't know if statistically it may not even be better. But I think impactfully for the team and what we were missing, he can add that. So I think
that's the thing. What really, I think, is going to define success for these players is the team that they do have around them.
Sup, Chris? Sup, Dorothy?
Beast Mode has a more complete team. He's got better wide receivers. He's got not quite as good as a quarterback yet, but he could be. And, of course, and a defense to keep the opposing offense off the field. So, what have you.
Yeah.
They'll get the ball a lot.
Well, I think we do agree on one thing, though. Jamal Charles won't see week 4. He won't make it out of week 4.
He should have retired when he had the chance.
Absolutely. Sup, Randolph? Breeze is done. Beast Mode, over 1,000 yards? I don't know, Ryan.
Over 1,000 yards, 2017.
Oh, I don't know. He's got an incentive clause, so he gets paid if he hits 1,000 yards. So you know he wants to hit it. But the thing is I'm not looking for Marshawn to be the, I'm going to go for 1,500 yards, I'm going to put this team on my back guy. He doesn't need to be. I just think he needs to be impactful and be that guy when we need him. to take over games when we've got a lead, and you got the Marshawn Lynch, you can hand the ball off and grind it down. Chad, representing Florida. Deep behind the enemy line, just like myself. All Randolph says 1,637 yards. He's calling it. Man, mark that down. Randolph, 1,637 yards. Because, man, if he hits that, Randolph, we all owe you a drink.
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink, Randolph.
Because that'd be something right there. Randolph, 1,637 yards. Man, if Beast Mode gets 1,637 yards, Randolph, you can plant us firmly in the Super Bowl. Plant us right in there. Oh,
well, I'm thinking you're going to have at least 1,200, maybe 1,300-yard receivers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Amari Cooper is not going to drop that many balls this year. No way. No. I just don't see it. Got Las Vegas. Oh, we got a 1,604. Now look at this. Now all of a sudden it turned into Price is Right, Prime. Somebody's going to bid $1. Who's going to bid $1?
$1.
Somebody's going to come in and bid 1,644, 1,636.
All right. So I think in the end, both of us agree that Beast Mode is going to have the best season. Even though
I think Adrian Peterson
might
have a good season too.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they're both kind of coming into teams that are really stocked and have a decent offense, so they're not relying on them. So, but I think Marshawn Lynch is going to have the better year.
It's also a different day and age in health and stuff for running backs. You know, there are players that are now taking better care of themselves, and they're getting more tread on those tires than they ever had before.
1,700. Assassination license.
All right.
We're still bidding.
Put the pipe down.
But we're still bidding. All right. We're going up. I think we should be going down. I mean, I like being optimistic and all, but let's not be crazy now. Let's not be crazy. So, all right. Let's switch positions, Prime. Let's switch positions. Let's go to some quarterbacks. Because coming out of the draft now, you're looking at what's going to be the landscape of the league, who our opponents are. The team that we met in the playoffs last season, the Texans, they get a steal by getting Deshaun Watson, I think, late. And so he's going to battle with Tom Savage for the starting quarterback position.
And Savage is already talking trash.
I know, I seen that. Tom Savage coming out hot.
Yeah. All right. Well, Tom Savage, he's not a franchise quarterback.
No. I don't.
Deshaun Watson
could be.
That boy's a champion.
It's true. This is true. How many national championships did Tom Savage play in?
Where did Tom Savage play?
Hell, I don't know. I'd really have to think.
Man.
Somebody Google that up.
You can't even Google that.
Who's the first one that can post where Tom Savage plays? Not that any of us really care, but where did he come from? J-Chuck, do you think... Okay.
J-Chuck's on it.
It's Chuck. He told me the other day it's Chuck, not J-Chuck. Well, you got to drop the J, because as soon as I see the J, I go with the J first. But, Chuck, do you think it'll take that long, week 3? I don't know.
I think that's a good call.
You think? Because if they come out rough, man, a game or two, bam, he's in there. They'll pull him quick. Man, that was it. I knew that too. Dang it, I knew that too.
Rutgers.
Came from Pittsburgh. Or was it Rutgers?
Oh, Pitt.
I thought it was Pitt.
I trust Chuck.
I think it's Pitt. Well, it's one of those northeastern schools.
I tell you what, it's only a matter of time, though, before Watson just unveils that winning personality, that winning attitude. That
Wikipedia says Rutgers. So,
all right.
We're going to have to trust Wikipedia. Chad says it's Wikipedia'd up. So, hey, we're low budget. We got no resource service, so we rely on you, Raider Nation.
We don't have a research team.
No, our research team is Raider Nation. So, if you guys feed us some bogus stuff and say, It's howdy doody.
I got a guess.
How are we going to know?
Kirk Cousins was the MVP, and I just watched the game, and he had a really good quarter.
Well, he obviously had an MVP type game. If you came off thinking he's an MVP, so
yeah.
All right, so we got that one.
Oh,
correct.
Live.
I thought it was Pitt. All right, Wikipedia Live. Well, that's because anybody can come in and change. I could come in and change Wikipedia like right now while I'm sitting here and say, "Oh no."
Watson went to Clemson.
Yeah. So, but
Faced
now
Alabama 2 years in a row.
It's true.
Nearly won it the first time. Came
and
back.
then come back and want. Man, they got to steal. They got to steal because they're only missing. They were only missing a quarterback. So. They got a steal. They didn't get a steal. All right, now, let's jump over. There's another team that's got a crazy quarterback battle now, too. And it was the shocker of the draft as the Bears jump up and take Trubisky. And I don't know if you heard, Prime, did you hear that the Bears invited Mike Glennon to the private draft party at Soldier Field knowing that they were going to take a quarterback? He was quoted as saying it was like watching his girlfriend kiss another guy.
It is. I can see that.
I mean, how cold is that? You knew you were going to draft somebody. Supposedly, the Chiefs knew they were going to take a quarterback, but they called Alex Smith and told him they were going to take a quarterback so that he wasn't surprised.
Instead, they invite Mike Glennon to the party. Everyone's all excited. and the Bears have moved up to number 2, and they pick Mitch Trubisky.
And he's standing there like Napoleon Dynamite that he is, like, what the hell, man? What's going on over here? Didn't you guys just pay me?
You guys gonna eat those tots?
Oh man!
So that's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle because it's not like Glennon put up bad numbers when he was with the Bucs.
He didn't, but he was never going to. Of course, Ryan, I'm already on record. Carr's MVP this year. Mark it down. Check it off. I agree. Michael says Rutgers, so we've got this controversy. He does have 18 million reasons to get over it. It's correct, Chuck. It's correct. But the thing is,
85. That was the last time the Bears had a team.
Oh,
they drafted Jim McMahon.
They didn't even have a quarterback then, really. They had Jimmy Mack. And Jimmy Mack wasn't that great of a quarterback. He just didn't screw it up.
Like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, but he wasn't great. He just didn't screw it up. He was like Trent Dilfer.
He had the refrigerator Perry.
Yeah, he was like a Trent Dilfer. You know, Dilfer's not a great quarterback. He just didn't screw it up for the defense.
Yeah, it's that 4-6 defense.
Yeah, that was it. He just didn't screw it up.
Yeah. Anywho, so Mitch Trubisky.
So how
he's going to be in a battle with Mike Glennon.
How long do you think before Trubisky gets on the field?
Next year.
Oh, you think they're going to give Glennon a year?
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think Trubisky's not going to earn it.
Man, they're really
Trubisky can't beat out Glennon.
Their GM's going to get fired with a quickness if that doesn't turn out.
Walter Payton made
yes,
made
he did. That's what I'm
good.
saying. McMahon just didn't have to screw it up. He had great receivers. He just had to put it up to Willie Galt, and he just had to hand it off to Walter Payton. And the defense didn't allow anybody to score, and they created turnovers and scored for them.
Yeah, Mike Singletary.
Oh, dude, come on, McMichael.
Got the crazy eyes.
The team was stacked. I mean, that's their only year, but you know. They were one of the greatest defenses of all time. So, I mean...
Hey, they smacked the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl that year.
Oh, they smacked them. Oh, that was ugly, man. I remember watching that Super Bowl. What a beatdown. Oh.
I'm going to date myself, but that was the first Super Bowl I remember watching as a child.
Oh, man. No, I'd watched once before that because I remember the first one that I remember was that really, really marked in my head was Marcus Allen against the Redskins. That's the first Super Bowl I really vividly remember. I know I watched them before then, but I was like 8 or 9 when I'd seen that one. So that was like the cementer. So Marcus Allen's my favorite player. Rocking the throwback Marcus Allen today. Actually, the 1984 throwback Marcus Allen. Now that you mentioned it. Felt like that's what I should rock today. One of my favorite players. All right. So you think whole year for Trubisky?
Yeah, I think Trubisky is gonna.
Wait a second. He played. Hold on. Chuck says
he's gonna be worse than Jared Goff.
Chuck says he played college football at Rutgers, Arizona, and Pittsburgh. How is that possible?
He had the red shirt like 14 times.
That's crazy. What's up, Willie? That's craziness, man. That's straight craziness. I did not know
What up,
that.
Willie Weems? You're in my fantasy league, son.
Oh, Willie Weems. He's in the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. That is the Hardcore Challenge. Y'all don't even know. All right. So, keep it on the quarterbacks. We got Jay Cutler. He was one of the hot free agents everybody was talking about. Wonder if he was going to go somewhere. Well, we know where he's going now, Prime. We know.
Oh, he's going to Fox.
He's going to Fox to sit.
He's a broadcaster now.
Yeah, he's not even on a he's not even on an exercise bike now. He's
on the field, but he's not like on the field.
So, well, he's done. And what's funny, did you hear about this today? That Jay Cutler offered to come and talk with Mike Glennon and help him figure out how to deal with the Trubisky thing. Isn't that nice of him?
Yeah. And he thinks Trubisky isn't ready.
What?
Because his opinion matters now because he works for Fox.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I've been an analyst for 4 days. And let me come help you out, buddy. I'm going to put you in my quarterback camp, and I'm going to hook you up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough on him.
So, for Jay Cutler, at one point in time, he was seen as a prospective stud in the NFL. Like, he had an arm like a cannon.
He had an arm like a cannon really and no heart.
He never developed.
No heart.
No, it was just a frown and an arm.
Every time he didn't win the job, he transferred Savage. That's awesome. Wow.
Wow.
Well, where's he going to transfer out of Houston? He's going to transfer his ass right to the couch. That's where he's going to transfer to.
He's going to transfer to Jacksonville.
Oh. Go back up Bortles?
Yep.
All right, so one more. We'll stick with the quarterbacks for just another minute, and then we're going to move on. But
all right,
we got another 2 more quarterbacks. Now this one's... you got 2 quarterbacks really out on the free agent wire.
Are you talking about Colin Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick. He was in the Super Bowl, NFC Championships. And Johnny Manziel. Heisman Trophy winner.
Manziel?
Heisman Trophy winner.
He's not a consideration.
You don't think? Come on, he
How
at
do you
least
even
got a
put him
visit.
in the same sense as Colin Kaepernick?
But here's the thing, Prime. He got a visit. He went and visited the Saints. How many visits have Kaepernick got?
What?
How many visits? Kaepernick didn't even get a visit anywhere. At least...
Nah, Kaepernick's not getting a phone call.
Exactly. Now, okay. Now, let me throw this at you.
Somebody reached out to Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel had talked with the Saints about a month ago. Yes. He went and met with Sean Payton. And Kaepernick can't get a phone call. Now, check this out, though, Prime. Remember Riley Cooper? He was the wide receiver for the Eagles. The one that was yelling all the racial stuff at the concert.
Yeah, went to the country concert.
Yep. Well, he's still getting phone calls. He came down and try out for the Bucks. He can get phone calls, but Colin Kaepernick, quarterback, took the team to a Super Bowl. He can't get no phone calls?
Well, nah, dude. Like, you got to look at the political climate. It's okay for a man at a country concert to start yelling the N-word. It's not okay for Colin Kaepernick to actually have a positive message, help people, and walk all the talk that he's put out.
Maybe. It's a strange world we live in. I just think it's... I mean, I'm no Kaepernick fan by any means. I could care less if he ever plays again. I just think it's odd that in a blink of an eye, that guy went from a quarterback that was in the Super Bowl and minutes from winning the Super Bowl to now, he can't even get a phone call. He's like got the plague. Nobody wants to talk to him.
Yeah, they don't like that. Owners don't like that. They don't stand up for those players that speak out.
Jay Chuck, I agree, and that's almost verbatim from what I said a couple of days ago. Nobody wants a drama out of a backup quarterback. Now, I think if Colin Kaepernick would have took that stand when he was a starting quarterback, it would have went over and been received differently. But when you're the backup, and you're just behind Blaine Gabbert, nobody wants to hear your views. Good for him, bad timing.
Yeah, well, timing can't be helped in situations like that.
I agree. It's just when it happens.
It's not a matter of bad timing. It's just circumstances meant he was a backup quarterback at that time.
That's a better.
And he should have even been a backup.
Yeah, bad circumstances. That's a better than timing, because the circumstances were just screwy. Yeah, because I mean, there was just the nation was in a we don't want to get into all that, but that was some nonsense. So, all right, off of wide or quarterbacks, let's touch on the one big running back that's out there. Gabriel's right. Derek Carr was reaching out to Manziel and wanted to help him out. He's just like, dude, you ain't worth my time, brother.
Oh, wow. Johnny, don't do that. Shit, you're not even listening.
Yeah, no, he ain't listening, man. He ain't listening. Johnny Football. Well, the thing is see, Johnny Football is not hungry like most other people are hungry, because Johnny Football was never hungry because he was born rich. He was rich.
Yeah.
So he's still rich, and he's never going to have to worry about money. So that's the thing. His family's loaded. So he's not hungry. He doesn't making his fortune in the league. He's just got a different perspective. So whatever. But all right. There's one running back. Blunt. Chris took words right out of my mouth. LeGarrette Blunt. One running back still out there. I agree. Well, that's why I was getting ready to go. That's Willie. Man, they're stealing it right out of his prime. That was the question we were going at.
Yeah, right. I watched it popping up there. I was like,
man, these guys are psychic.
Willie is, he's a prophecy reader.
Where are we going? Where's he going? I mean, the rumor I heard today was the Ravens were looking at him. So
it's hard to ignore a 1,000-yard running back. It's hard to ignore a running back that has a nose for the end zone the way he does.
Yes.
He scores touchdowns. LeGarrette Blunt, he is a hammer. Man. Now, the funniest thing to me is when he got busted with
yeah. That season, he gets suspended, and then he ends up with the Patriots and gets rewarded for getting suspended for smoking weed, and goes and gets a Super Bowl ring. Well, I guess all right, LeGarrette. No big.
Yeah. They should have known he was going to smoke weed.
Well,
his name's LeGarrette Blunt.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's
he'll get a job.
Him and Le'Veon Bell, yeah, they was burning it down. So
the Giants is a good call.
The Giants, you think?
Yeah, they always need running backs.
They do need a running back. They do need a running back. I heard rumors about the Raiders and Blunt, which I don't think would have been a terrible fit because he's a beast mode type runner. So
if they didn't sign Marshawn, then yeah,
absolutely assassin angel eyes. That's why he doesn't care, because he's a spoiled rich kid. He doesn't care. He doesn't need the money. He's not hungry. He doesn't need to. If you're hungry and you know your only job is to go out there and make millions on the field and support your family, it's a different story than you're some spoiled kid with no wife, no kids. Different story. All right, so Blunt.
No way he goes back to the state of Pennsylvania.
No. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Could he go back to the Patriots? I don't know. Another Jet arrested. Who? Oh, here we go. It's my nightly question. It's the nightly question.
I do remember Blunt's punch.
No, here's. I see the nightly question. Who asked it? Somebody asked it. Hold on.
It knocked him down in the draft.
Hold on. Who asked it? Chad asked it. Somebody has to ask it every night.
Oh, Alden Smith.
Alden Smith. Every night. I'm telling you.
He's on the field.
He's like an old girlfriend, guys. You just gotta let her go. You gotta let her go. You know, it's been over a year. She don't call no more. You just gotta let her go. Maybe someday we'll be all happy and smiles if she comes knocking on the door. But until then, gotta move on.
As soon as you move on, though, you go out to the bar, and there she is, looking good again.
And maybe. But we just, for now, gotta move
Don't
on.
give up hope. Don't give up hope.
Gotta move on. And I don't know if he mixes well chemistry-wise. So, I say we just move on. We got young kids coming in. We got things going on. We got good mojo going. Keep the mojo going. I mean, it ain't that hard to stay on the paper. So, speaking of sports reporters.
Chad's on the right track.
She's going to come knocking. Tell me. Chad gets a gold star comment for the night. Yes. Maybe, Chad. Maybe. Maybe. And you never know, man. I mean, if the guy's on the team, I'm gonna hope him for the best. But I've been teased so many times with Alden Smith coming back rumors the whole last season, and I'm over it. I'm not gonna start this season doing the same thing. So, ESPN Prime. You've heard about all the cuts ESPN had. They let everybody go. They let Jerome Bettis go. I think yesterday or the day before.
The bus is coming and gone.
He's come and gone. He's left station. But, I mean, not Ed Werder. I was kind of bummed to see Ed Werder. He was all right. He didn't bother me.
Yeah,
but
Ed Werder, NFL insider.
I know, but do you realize what the Sunday morning was the last episode, and I didn't even know it, or I would have watched. I had no idea. I didn't hear it was the last episode until yesterday after they broadcast it. The sports reporters. 29 years. I watched that every morning since I was like 10 on Sunday morning. I loved the sports reporters. How are you going to cut the sports reporters? No Mike Lupica? No Mitch Albom? No Bob Ryan?
Oh, come on. No Jeremy Schaap. No Michael Wilbon.
No! Come on, man! I know, hey, Dick Schaap was the bomb on there, and then he passed away, and then John Saunders took over, and he was the bomb, and he passed away, and then now nothing?
No Bob Lee.
I know! I love the sports reporters, man. That's just some real intelligent sports minds kicking it for a half an hour on Sunday morning. When you don't,
Bob Ryan. It's like the only time I like Bob Ryan.
Exactly. That's you just sitting around and, well, yeah, Bob Ryan's kind of a schmuck, but I don't like him on. I don't like him on Around the Horn. I don't like him on Around the Horn.
No, I don't like him on Around the Horn either. I don't like him when he fills in on Pardon the Interruption.
Yes, we should let Stephen A. Smith go. How'd he not make it? How'd him? Oh
yeah.
What's his name moved over to Fox though, right? The other dude, Skip. So that's
right. Skip Bayless.
Wide receiver Bobby Anderson from the Jets was arrested for resisting arrest in Miami. Chris Lentz with the breaking news. Thank you, Chris.
It's really hard to care about the Jets.
Willie, you a Stephen A. Smith fan. Man, I'm going to have to think different about you now. Skip Bayless, because he went over to Fox, so that's how he avoided the cut. Skip's like, I know somebody's going to fire me for too long, so I just need to get on up out of here.
Oh, he chased the money.
Well, so did Cowherd. Cowherd chased the money, too. That's where he ended up going,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I kind of like Colin Cowherd. He's always got positive things to say about the Raiders, so.
I don't mind him. He's kind of nuts, but, I mean, would you rather live in Connecticut or California?
Well, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer. So he's like, I'm out of here.
Sorry. So how would you like to live in Bristol?
Yeah, Bristol, Connecticut. There's nothing there but ESPN.
Oh, yeah, it's a ESPN campus.
They got a racetrack there, don't they? Don't they got a racetrack? Isn't there some drive fast and turn left there?
Oh, they got 13 lanes of bowling. I don't care.
Like Kingpin. So, but I was just bummed, man. I was bummed to see that they cut sports reporters. That was a staple of my childhood and my sports.
Yeah.
Sunday morning sports were big to me. And in growing up in my bachelor pad, and, you know, you're always hungover, been out partying the night before, and you just want to wake up, and I flip on ESPN and watch that all morning.
Yeah, I swear I've stared at the sports reporters
Hold
with
on.
opened eyes.
Oh, that's a showstopper right there. Did Willie just ask me, will you still be a fan when the Raiders move? Willie, they could play on Mars, and I'll still be a fan. It is Raider Nation. Wherever that shield is, you see that? That don't say Oakland. That don't say LA. That don't say Las Vegas. That don't say nothing but Raiders. That's what that says. And that don't change no matter where the zip code is. You bet your ass I'll be a fan.
Wow, Willie, do you know who you were talking to? Do you know where you are right now?
Come on.
Do you know what you're watching? Do you know what you're listening to?
This is Raider Reaction.
Raider
The
Nation.
Commish. Come on, Willie. I'm on board with moving to Vegas. Now, not to upset any Oakland fans, because if I lived in Oakland, which I do not, I live deep behind the enemy line, I would be very, very upset and heartbroken if a team that was 3 blocks down the street from me was leaving town. I would be destroyed. But I'm not. And I am excited about the idea of cheap flights, direct flights from where I live for $100 to Vegas. And I can go watch a game and party and then fly back that same night. I'm sorry. Nothing on Connolly yet. They said 4 to 6 weeks on DNA tests. So we're honestly not going to know anything until then. And the thing is, even if the DNA test is positive, because he did say that he did sexual acts, not actual intercourse, but he performed.
So like second base.
He performed. Oh, it was more than second base.
Third base?
I mean, I got to second base in, junior high, and
Third
it wasn't
base
that.
with a friend?
It wasn't that, bro. It was, Well, let's stop there. It wasn't intercourse. Will Lynch follow? He's only going to be around for 2 years, Willie, so I doubt he makes it. They're not going to play probably in Vegas until 2020, so I would be surprised if he's still around that long. I think he's going to play these 2 years, 2 or 3 years in Oakland and try to bring home a ring. All right. What else we got here, Prime? On the Newswire. Jumping back into a quarter. Let's hit one more quarterback here.
Oh, gosh. Who do we got?
We got one more left. One more that's kind of been in the news here. Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, yeah.
Saliva destroys DNA. There you go.
What? Saliva destroys...
Take the clue and run with it. All right. Enough said.
All right.
Thank you, Assassinating Lies. Subtle.
Oh, she swallowed the evidence.
Very subtle. Zimmer is optimistic about Teddy Bridgewater's return. So.
Well,
I
mean, the Minnesota quarterback. Oh, they got the last first round draft pick to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, man. I heard that injury was really, really bad. He dislocated his entire knee and just destroyed it.
Yeah. It's torn to shreds.
Yeah, I guess they
gotta call Jamal Charles' doctor.
Yeah, I heard they drove the ambulance out and the whole place just went deathly silent. Oh my god. It was oh my god, did you see his leg? It was one of those type injuries. So, I mean, it's the Vikings. Man, as much as I hate the Vikings, they're one of my top 10 most hated teams, but
Sam Bradford is a way better quarterback than Teddy Bridgewater would ever be.
Sam Bradford? Oh, Prime.
Yep.
I don't know what you got going on there, but...
Have you seen Teddy Bridgewater play?
I have, but I've seen
He's
Sam
terrible.
Bradford
The
play,
man
too.
can't throw. Sam Bradford, Minnesota was like undefeated for half the season last year.
I guess, but they're playing teams like the Lions and the Bears. I mean, they did have the Packers, too. The Packers were solid, but Sam Glass Joe. He's Glass Joe. That's the thing, is I've never seen enough of Sam Bradford to really get a good gauge on him before last year. I don't know, man. Bridgewater had a good upside. So.
Upside.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a high ceiling. Let's see if he reaches it.
We'll see. It's either that or he's going to end up on the stretcher.
So,
One or the other. Speaking of stretchers, Tavon Austin had surgery. He's going to miss the entire Rams OTAs. Had wrist surgery. He's going to be back right at late July.
that's a big deal for their number one.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to be basically just coming off of rehab right as they're going into preseason.
Yeah, and he's a gadgety wide receiver. He takes handoffs and whatnot. They use a variety of ways to get him the ball, and he has a bum wrist.
Yeah, wrist surgery is a big deal to a wide receiver and a gadgety little dude
Smells like
that.
a fumble.
Yeah, so that's
So Tavon Austin's going to be a big loss for them. I don't know. He's not going to be himself this year.
I had him on my fantasy team a year or two ago, and man, he can do some stuff, but he's just, I don't think they know how to use him really. Or I don't know if they have the talent to be able to use him. Because, I mean, they don't have the quarterback. I think they missed on Goff. And they just don't have the talent around him. So.
Yeah. But I will say, it's really interesting that Tony Romo tried out for the U.S. Open again. I know, I'm back on quarterbacks. Nice. Yeah, Tony Romo tried out for the U.S. Open, and he failed. He did not make it.
Well,
did
that's
not make
good.
the cut.
Well, he's got a broadcasting job anyway, so what have you.
Oh, yeah. He still wants to get his Tiger Woods on.
All right, I think that is about all the juice we can pull out of any quarterbacks. Randolph, I was just talking about that. I think it would be awesome, a Commish on the road feature. Go out to the opening day game, Tennessee. Get there early. Interview all kinds of Raiders fans. Go to all the tailgate parties. Broadcast it all live right here on Oakland Raiders football. All the way up right until the game starts. Go in, watch the game, watch Raiders whoop some ass, and then come out and Raider reaction it all up and get all there. Well, Randolph, where are you driving from? I can ride with you. You can be my Commish co-pilot. We can hook it up. We can broadcast it all. The whole way. The Christmas Day game would be nice too. Thinking about it. Oh, Randolph's in Tennessee. Well, I could just come stay with you, Randolph, and then you can just drive me over to the game.
There you go. You got a place to crash.
Hey, it's getting even better. See? This plan's coming together, Prime. I just got to talk my wife into it since I'm going to have about a 4-month-old baby right about then. But we'll see. We'll see. So, all right, Prime. We've stuck these guys with all this other league talk. Let's hone in on some Raider talk here to close out Monday edition of Ghost of the Post. So the big talk has been the I'm at the Dolphins game, Chad. I'm at the Dolphins game this season. You will see me there, and I will be doing what I just described at the Dolphins game. I'll be there, Raiders Dolphins. That one is on my agenda for this year. I will be there. Commish on location. So the biggest talk of what's been going on with the Raiders over the weekend, past few days, has been the rookie camp. We have about 17 undrafted free agents, and then we have a list of guys that came in and tried out. Now get this, Prime. I think this is just an awesome story. I think this is an awesome story. Najee Harris, who is a linebacker from Wagner College. Wagner College comes and tries out for the Oakland Raiders at the rookie camp. Now, not only does he impress the coaches and he's going to make the team, he gets a 3-year contract.
You know, not everything could be found by recruiting and scouting.
I'm
not going to find every player in a big name school with the blue blood schools.
Exactly, Chad. Where the hell is Wagner College? No idea. That's what I'm saying. But just think, this kid, this is the kid that has the heart that Johnny Manziel doesn't have. Because this is the kid that came in and he's like, I didn't get drafted. This is my last freaking chance. And
he only got one chance.
One chance. And he come out and freaking balled out.
One shot.
One chance. And gets a 3-year contract. And he's a position we need. Linebacker. This kid could see action. That would be crazy. Wagner, Long Island. Look at Chuck, man. He's the best resource service. That dude. Staten Island, New York. Wow. That can't be a very big college then.
Long Island, Long Island.
Wow. Can't be very big. That's just crazy. I mean, that's the kid that turns out to, he's just hungry. He's had to fight his whole way. I mean, come on, he was playing at Wagner College. He's always had to prove himself. Always. He got his one chance and bam.
Well, you know why he got a chance, though?
Why is that?
Because they're saving money on a kicker.
Well, I hope not. But possibly. We've been talking about this for a couple nights. This was a hot topic last night on my little impromptu Q&A that I had last night. Which he brings up one of the hottest news stories right now. We've heard it since last Thursday. Are we going to release Sebastian Janikowski? I agree, Joe. Sounds like a Raider to me. Hungry and fighting for everything.
Yeah, I like it.
Are we going to release Sebastian Janikowski? We got another kicker on roster, Giorgio Treviso.
Giorgio Treviso?
Yes. So we don't have to go find
MLS?
one. What's that?
Is that a Major League Soccer?
I might have been. With a name like Treviso.
Right.
Okay, but hold on, guys. You got to understand the facts. Let me give you the facts first. Because here's the facts. Statistics and numbers. Sebastian is supposed to make $4.4 million this season.
That's enough to pay a linebacker.
Last season, he was an 82.9% field goal kicker. All the kicks, he didn't miss any kicks under 40. Everything he missed was 40 and over, and he missed 5 over 50. League average is 1 million to 1.5 for a kicker. We already have the other kicker on roster. You can get an 83% field goal kicker for $1 million to $1.5 million, and we already have Giorgio Treviso on the roster. So, don't think with your heart. Think like it's business. And do the Raiders cut.
I don't have heart. I don't have anything. Seabass should be a Raider forever.
He should. Trevico?
What? Treviso?
I don't know. Chuck's trying to fix my pronunciation. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I thought I was doing well, but maybe I was off. I hope he retires a Raider. Honestly, I agree, guys. I don't want to see him cut, but when I hear the rumors, then I have to look at the statistics. And the statistics and the numbers are what's making the rumor. That's what I said last night, Joe, and that's what I'm hoping. Me and my wife had discussed that. That maybe they could talk him into a pay cut. like, hey, man, we really want you to be a part of this team this year. Take a little less cheddar so we can spread it around.
Yeah, restructure the contract.
Yeah, that's an interesting approach, and I like that idea. And maybe he would be open to that. Because it's not like the guy hasn't made money. I mean, he's been a Raider for 17, 18 years. He's gotten fat paid.
He's had one of the biggest legs in the league for 17, 18 years.
So I wasn't too far off. Tavicio. Isn't that what I said? Tavicio?
Sure, Tavicio.
That's what I thought I said. All right. I was close.
Studio.
Giorgio Treviso. It's just it's a suave name. I mean, I gotta say it's a suave name.
It's pretty suave, sure. He's trying to sell you a bottle of wine or something.
Yeah. Some shampoo. Yeah, use this Giorgio Treviso.
I'm here to do your hair.
Yeah, it's like Vidal Sassoon. So
they better not cut Seabass.
No, but here's some other rumors, Prime. I heard some other rumors today. Because now we started talking about the axes. Because the axe was getting sharpened and you started hearing about Seabass. And then I heard other names. Other guys already on the team that they were starting to sharpen the axe for a little bit too. Since we drafted a running back, and we signed Marshawn Lynch, and we're looking at some undrafted free agents, Taiwan Jones' name is all of a sudden on the chopping block. They've been using him as a return guy, and they were throwing him in a running back a little bit, but he might be the odd man out. They've moved him.
Yeah, he's definitely the odd man out.
They've moved him from defensive back to running back. Now he's returning kicks. They've done everything they can.
That tells you one thing, and that he's a football player, like an all-around football player.
Yeah, it's just he just hasn't grasped anywhere yet, and been that. So he may be the odd man out, man, with Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington in the backfield with Marshawn Lynch. We only carried 3 last year, and I think he's going to be the odd man out, I'm afraid.
So he'll get the axe. Hopefully he gets another gig.
Maybe. Now, this other guy that I've heard rumors is mostly because of the way Obi Melifonwu is playing and has looked in camp out of the gate.
Absolutely.
And that's Reggie Nelson, who, man, Reggie Nelson's going to be 34 this season, and I'm a big Reggie Nelson fan. He's back there flying around with the Dreadlocks, the Predator. I'm a big Reggie Nelson fan, and to hear his name on the block when we had defensive back and safety was our biggest weakness.
Yeah, that's hard to explain.
I don't get that one. And buddy, I agree. Buddy, I agree, but I thought Patterson was going to return the punts and Taiwan would do the kicks. That's what I was looking at when I did the breakdown last week, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe Patterson will do both. But, yeah, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked to hear Reggie Nelson's name. Lee Smith, too, I did not hear that, Assassinating Jones. I didn't think he was going to be on the block. I had him a little higher up on the pecking order at tight end. I honestly did. I had him a little higher on the pecking order. I was thinking maybe Walford or Holmes would go before him. But who knows, man? It's a strange time of season. Only 53 are going to make it. Yeah?
That's the name of the game. Plenty of guys are going to get cut.
Yeah.
And plenty of guys are going to get rich.
That's right. And then you had 3 guys. Well, here's one more name that I've heard that's on the block. Now, it's not on the block for probably getting chopped in the season, but if he doesn't have the year he's supposed to, he is only good at blocking. But you need that blocking tight end sometimes, Chad. Need that blocking tight end sometimes. But the guy that I've heard is really on the block this year, the defensive coordinator, Ken Norton Jr. That's the guy.
Defensive coordinator? The
defensive coordinator, Ken Norton Jr. Because they have now brought him in the pieces to fill the puzzle. And have given him, he's got Khalil Mack, he's got Bruce Irvin, brought in young corner, young safety. Man,
it's time to put up or shut up.
If he does not take these young kids and mix it all together and do this defense, he could be gone. And he could be gone mid-season. Because we're going to have a prolific offense this season, and I don't know how long the leash is going to be on the defense if the defense is weak. Don't know.
Yeah, if there's going to be anything that slows the Raiders down from going to the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball.
It is. I mean, that's why we went defense heavy in the draft. I mean, we tried to address the problem, which I love that we tried to address the problem, but, you know, maybe Rod Woodson would make a good defensive coordinator.
Whoa.
Hey, just putting it out there. Big Rod Woodson fan. He's moved from safety coach to cornerback coach. Just maybe. It's Rod Woodson.
Okay.
How can you go wrong?
Rod Woodson now.
I mean, Ken Norton Jr. was a previous player. I mean, he was a linebacker for the Cowboys. Didn't he play for the Niners too? If I remember correctly.
Oh my gosh. He did, but he's not Rod Woodson.
No, he's not Rod Woodson. Good Lord, Rod Woodson's top 100 player of all time.
No, yeah, top 10.
Rod Woodson's, he's defensive royalty.
It's a friggin' legend.
Chad's right. I mean, hell, Del Rio could take over the defensive play calling.
Hey, Jack Del Rio.
I mean, he knows a little something about some defense. He did play some defense, so.
Yeah.
Well, prime time is up on us.
Shut the front door.
Man, we rolled through all the juice. We juiced it.
Oh, man.
It's juiced.
Then I guess I got to see you on Wednesday then.
Yes, we got to come back. We must continue juicing. That's about all we can do.
Yeah, and if you think this is even okay, then just wait till the full, on season.
Oh, I can't wait.
Season.
Till we got some real juice to talk about. I mean, we can pull this nonsense out of, there ain't nothing going on. We got rookie camp going on. I mean, I tell you. But we're all
breaking down a battle between Tom Savage and a rookie.
Yeah, I know. Tom Savage. See you tomorrow night.
I went to Rutgers in Pitt.
Yes. Tom Savage moving around. Hey, if it happens in the league, it affects the Raider Nation. So every Monday and Wednesday, Prime joins us on Raider Reaction. We break it down, goes to the post, drop back and go deep league-wide. Prime.
Touchdown, baby.
Thanks for joining us. We went deep to the post, and I do believe it was 6.
I'm doing my dance right now. All right, Commish.
Yeah.
All right, Raider Nation.
Right on. Prime, we'll be back Wednesday night with me again. Raiders! To break it down with all the league juice, and we'll touch on all the Raider news for that day as well. Tomorrow night, you just get me, and I'm going to bring the fire tomorrow night. Got a great show planned for you guys. Got some great stuff planned for you. Let me give you a little spoiler. One of the things we're going to touch on tomorrow night, the Commish's top 10 most hated players of all time. So tune in tomorrow night. We're going to break that down. And if you don't think I got something to say about those 10 players, oh my. Oh my. You better believe it. You better believe it. So thank you for joining us. Every Monday and Wednesday, Prime joins me. We touch on a little more league-wide. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, straight silver and black with the Commish, and I bring the fire. Thank you for joining me, man. If it's your first time, come back again. I'm here every Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. Followed by another solid hour of Raider flavor and insight by the infamous Raider Bear. Start on the East Coast. Baby, I'm throwing it deep to the West Coast. Raider Bear's about to catch it for 6. Take it to the house. Peace, love, Raider Nation.